At this
infrastructure.
time, it gives me great pleasure to invite on stage Mr. Wong Fan, Chairman, Asia Infrastructure Solutions, to deliver the keynote address. Please help me welcome him on stage.
Well, a very good morning, distinguished guests, colleagues from the government and industry, partners from across ASEAN, young professionals, and friends. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here at ACES, speaking at the energy efficiency track, where so many of you are working hard, not just to keep the lights on, but to make sure those lights are powered wisely, sustainably, and responsibly for generations to come. We all hear the warnings about climate change, rising temperatures, extreme weather, and growing energy demand. The urgency is no longer just a future projections. It is right here, right now, and is shaping our everyday lives. Across ASEAN, our cities are expanding rapidly and infrastructure needs are growing. If we continue with business as usual, we risk locking ourselves into decades of inefficiency. Energy waste becomes a silent tax. We pay today with higher bills and emission, and tomorrow with adaptation costs and environmental issues. Energy efficiency, unfortunately, is not just a slogan. It is a reality against which every project, every policy, and every investment must be measured. Over the past decades, in roles across the built environment industry, I, as a developer, contractor, and consultant, and now at AIS, have learned that sustainability works best when planning and design are aligned with technology and innovation, especially enabled by supportive policies and incentives. When these forces intertwine, the results can be lasting and meaningful. One lesson really stands out clearly. If we prioritize energy efficiency upstream at the planning and design stage, the value created will be many times greater than trying to fix it downstream. Smart orientation of buildings, better insulation, passive cooling, and renewable energy integrations, these decisions save both carbon and cash in the long run. I've also learned that intellectual property and innovation are critical. New materials, new tools, predictive maintenance, and digital modeling have transformed how we think about efficiency. And for example, embracing digital tools like building information modeling and AI have not only enhanced project outcomes, but also led to a smarter and sustainable solution. But innovation only works when the environment around it allows it to flourish. Regulations, procurement, standards, and contracts must support, not stifle, good ideas. Sustainable infrastructure is a key target for many cities. The real challenge is really making it happen. While governments play an important role in building up a regulatory framework and in enforcement, technology and tools are only as strong as the people who apply it, which is why capacity building and knowledge sharing are essential. What works in Singapore may not always work in the same way in our other regional cities. Each country has its own climate, cost structure, regulatory frameworks, and most significantly, cultural preferences. Solutions, therefore, must carefully be calibrated to the local context. This is where ASEAN real strength lies. As close neighbors, we can leverage on common experiences in avoiding costly mistakes and level up together by streamlining across borders. Our partnership is more important now. It allows innovation to develop in one place, to be adapted and scaled in another. Collaboration turns individual successes into a shared regional progress. So we may ask, what can we do from here? Well, let me say three things that we can do. Firstly, make energy efficiency a core part of all our infrastructure planning. Secondly, make innovation count by rewarding performance, supporting pilot projects, and scaling it up when it works. And lastly, and most important, invest in our people by training and empowering young engineers, architects, planners, giving them the mandate and the clear pathways to lead sustainable projects. This would turn the ASEAN Connectivity Strategic Plan into real projects on the ground, with pipelines of efficient transport, smart grids, green buildings, and renewable integration across the region. Let me leave you with this thought. Infrastructure beyond concrete and steel is about human health, their comfort, their dignity, and providing them with the opportunities to thrive. It's about whether we can function at our schools and workplaces without sweltering heat or thinking about rising electricity bills. Today, fortunately, you have more tools on hand. Big data, digital platforms, AI, green materials, advanced systems. But we're also facing bigger demands and stakes in climate change. I would like to encourage all of us here today to not accept the world as it is. Question the old norms, push for designs that are not only efficient, but inspiring. Choose to do projects that uplift communities socially, environmentally, and most important, economically. Build infrastructure that connects people without costing the planet. Collectively, we must all have a sense of stewardship and the courage to change. This demands responsibility, prudence, renewal, and strong commitment. If you act boldly, wisely, and together, you will help ASEAN's on our next chapter. I'm truly excited to hear from the upcoming speakers, some of whom have been leading this work and can offer practical tools and strategies to help us turn ideas into action. Thank you, and let us do this together. Thank you very much.